Hello Classic Crew and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about my top newborn must-haves as well as some things you definitely shouldn't buy. So welcome to my new space. We are in Florida officially, so we are here. My baby is off to the side here. He thinks this is hilarious that I am filming and talking to a camera. He thinks this is very funny. And we have a new setup. I've also gotten a haircut since the last time I filmed, and yeah, there's a lot new going on in our lives, but it's all amazing. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to hear a little bit of a life update about where we're at, how we're enjoying Florida, motherhood. I know I've been doing motherhood updates, so we can kind of throw that in with the next motherhood update if that's what you want, or I can just give you a life update separately. But let's focus. Today we're going to be doing my top newborn must-haves. It's not just newborn, it's also just like baby must-haves, as well as the things that I don't think you should buy. The things that did not work out for us and I didn't really like. If you notice me looking off to the side, that's why. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's my baby being super cute. We're going to hop right into today's video. So the first thing that I want to talk about are weighted swaddles. I use the ones from Dreamland Baby Company and I absolutely love them. I will link them in the description box below. I know that the AAP recently came out with something against weighted sleep sacks, but I think that they're fantastic. They've really helped us out. My baby loves them. He only sleeps well when he's wearing them. If I try to put him in a non-weighted sleep sack, he doesn't sleep very well, but that one allows me to transfer him from arms into crib pretty well, especially when he was a little younger. Now we're in the 4-month sleep regression, things are a little bit more complicated, but what it does is it essentially calms your baby down and allows them to relax as they're transferred because they still feel a comforting weight on their body. So I really love them. I'm an affiliate with them, so I will have it linked in the description box below. Next up is the Hatch changing pad. Now, for us, this was a great purchase. We initially had it on our baby registry, but then we thought maybe it was too expensive to actually purchase. But then when our son had reflux and was having trouble gaining weight, we were having to go into the doctor's office twice a week for a month for weight checks. And at some point we were just like, you know what? Let's get a scale because that's what this does. So this Hatch changing pad is just a changing pad, but it also has this amazing thing in it that allows you to weigh your baby and see A, how much he's getting per feeding. So I don't really do that, but you could. And B, kind of what percentile he's on, what the percentile of his growth chart is. And that has been so helpful and amazing for us because our son really did struggle with putting on weight at the beginning and now he's doing great, thank God. So it's a really beautiful product. I mean, it looks great on a changing table. It's easy to wipe down and it has this really cool technology that allows you to weigh your baby. Number 3 is the Hatch sound machine. So pretty much everyone talks about the Hatch sound machine. It's just a sound machine that has a nightlight. That's how I feel about it. But I really like it. I like that it has different options for white noise. We only use one, and we like that it has the red light so that I can nurse him easily without waking him up in the night. And it also has just an easy tap on, tap off situation. I like it a lot, and I like that you can also control it from the other room. And I think it'll be useful also as our baby gets older and he can get up out of bed. There are these kind of tricks you can do where you can set the light to change from red to green when the kid is supposed to be able to come out of his room. So he knows, okay, it's still nighttime, I shouldn't come out, it's red, but when it's green, oh, it's morning, I can leave my room. Now, it's not like the kid can't leave their room, but it's just like a nice way to help them understand, oh, now it's still like 3 or 4 in the morning, that's not morning, it's red still. Oh, it's morning, it's 8 a.m., okay, it's green, I can leave the room, that kind of thing. Or 7 a.m., let's be honest. Let's be honest, it might even be 6 a.m. The next thing I want to talk about is the shusher. So I had the shusher, I lost it for a few weeks, stopped using it, and then when I restarted using it, I realized how effective it was. So basically what the shusher does is it just does a rhythmic shushing that helps the baby at the beginning of his nap kind of relax and get into a deeper sleep. So without that, you just have the white noise machine, that's fine, but I've found that the shusher and the white noise machine are like a really good combination that helps my baby fall asleep. And the shusher is easy to use, so you just kind of twist it on and twist it off. I really like it, and I found it's really helpful when I'm trying to get my baby to sleep. I'm sure you're hearing all of his sounds right now. Oh, he found himself in the mirror. Oh, he did. Oh my goodness. Oh. Number 5 is something that no one really talks about, but was recommended by our doctor, and we really love it, is calmoseptine. So basically, our son very early on had a diaper rash, and we tried the Boudreaux's butt paste. Did not work for us at all. We tried Aquaphor, was not great. We use Aquaphor for other things, but not so much for diaper rash. And then we were recommended calmoseptine by our doctor, which you can get on Amazon. And it was so effective. And now it's the only cream we use on him. It's so good at protecting his skin. So really what I do now is I use it preventatively. So I use calmoseptine on his butt every single night before he goes to sleep because he's sitting in a dirty diaper all night. So I want to make sure that he doesn't get a diaper rash because he's sitting in a wet diaper. But calmoseptine is thick enough that it really protects his delicate skin. Number 6 are Love Every products. So I work with Love Every and I love their products. It's Montessori style play. Their play gym is awesome. It's really beautiful, number 1. And number 2, it lasts for a really long time. It's not just for a certain age, like up until 6 months. And it's just a lot of fun for him. It has a lot of really good educational things for him to learn. And I love their play gym. It's very expensive, but it lasts for so long that I think that's worth it. And then on top of that, their Love Every boxes, their kits, are the only toys we really have for him. And he really likes them. They're wooden, they're really good for him to learn different skills, and they come with little pamphlets, little books that teach you how to play with him in a way that's going to help his development. So Love Every boxes, I really recommend them. Number 7 are Hakka products. So I did a whole video dedicated to talking about some of Hakka's products, but Hakka's products just generally are so important to have when you have a baby. Having their silicone pump is really great. Having their ladybug is great. They have a lot of other products on their website as well and on Amazon. It's like everything they have is really useful for a new mom. I also just ordered their little food teether thing, which you can also freeze breast milk in and allows the baby to suck on that when their teeth and their gums are hurting. I don't know that my son is teething quite yet, but he is chewing on his hands quite a lot. I looked it up and I think it's just kind of part of his development right now is that he wants to taste everything, put everything in his mouth, but it's not necessarily a teething thing. So when I tried to put frozen breast milk on his teeth, he was like, why are you doing this to me? But I did try it. I have it for the future, and that is something I really like. So everything from Hakka, I just really recommend. Next up is a swing. So we have a Graco swing, and my son loves it. He will sit in there. I like having a few different options for him to play in and sit in or be in during the day while I need to get things done. So I can wear him, I can put him into his swing, I can put him into his chair, or I can put him in his play gym. So there's 4 options for what he can do when I need to do other things and I can't just be totally focused on him. So the swing is a really good option. I like that it is able to separate the seat from the swing itself. That's a really nice aspect of it. And it's just a really good product to have. It's big, it takes up a lot of room, so you have to be prepared for that. And I wasn't totally planning on getting a swing, but just having a swing is a nice thing because it gives us an opportunity to put him down. And when he's really little, even now sometimes, he can take a nap in there, which is nice. Speaking of his chair, we have the Baby Delight chair. I think that's what it's called. It's like the Baby Bjorn knockoff, but it's still pretty expensive. But he loves his chair. He just loves it. It's like his favorite thing to sit in. He can really get a good view of everything. It moves when he kicks his legs. He loves it. So I really recommend getting a chair. It was hard. I will say, all of these products were not super useful early on when he had reflux because I couldn't put him down after he'd eaten, and he was eating all the time, so it just wasn't great. I was mostly wearing him early on, but now all of these products are super useful, and he absolutely loves them. Another product I really recommend is getting a stroller fan. Now, I've tried 2, and you want to get one specific one. It's, I think, like the most highly rated one on Amazon, the one that gets recommended to you because it's light enough that it doesn't tip over when it's on the stroller. So I had one that was really top heavy and it would just flip over. It was not useful at all. But the new one that I got, which is a little more expensive, is fantastic. It's lightweight, and so it can actually sit on the stroller and not tip over. Now we have to talk about something kind of funny that I thought was not that useful, and then I got it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. Baby poop bags, essentially. They're like, instead of a doggy bag that you use when a dog poops, they have them for babies, where you can put their dirty diapers when you're out and about, and you don't have to worry about smelling up the restaurant by throwing it in their trash can or throwing it in someone else's trash can and smelling up their house. So it's just like a little Arm & Hammer bag. It ties up, it catches the scent so that nothing else gets out, and you can also put dirty wipes in there. It's just nice to have a little garbage bag when you're out on the go and you need somewhere to throw out dirty wipes, dirty diapers. Next up is the bum brush. So the bum, Gesundheit. So I talked about this, I think, in my newborn must-haves when I was before I had the baby, and a lot of those things I didn't end up using, so interesting. But the bum brush is something that I did use and I do use every day, and it's something that allows you to apply cream to your baby without having to get your hands into that really sticky stuff that's hard to get off. I love it. It's like a spatula for their butt, and it's great. The Baby Bjorn carrier is my favorite carrier. We tried another one, which I'm gonna talk about, that did not work for us, but the Baby Bjorn carrier is great. It's like the mini one. I love it because it's just one snap in the front and you don't have to worry about trying to do all these snaps behind your head. I hate that. We tried that, it didn't work for us. And I really like having the ability to put it on all by myself. So that's a really great carrier. What's up, boo-boo? You okay? This whole video just has you in the background, doesn't it? Okay, come on. So I've got a baby in my lap because he did not want to be sitting off to the side. The last couple things I want to talk about are the Oogie Bear. So the Oogie Bear is it's like a little scooper that you use to get into your baby's nose and get those boogers out that are hard to get out. I love this thing. I think it's really useful and helpful, and I've used it when he had a cold. I've used it when he's had any other issues. I can just go in and grab those boogers that are hard to reach. It's kind of funny to talk about, right? But it's really great. Okay, things that are not useful, that you should not buy. Number one, snap sleepers. Everyone says this, but it's true. You do not want to get sleepers that you have to snap. It's just, they're very annoying. There are too many snaps. In the middle of the night, you're not doing that. So just get a sleeper that has zippers. And the ones that have ones on both sides, you know, they're useful, but I have a caveat. People love the ones that zip from the bottom. The problem is if you have a spit up or a poop that gets on the bottom and you've already taken out half their body, you then have to put them back into the poopy part to get it off them because it doesn't zip all the way up, if that makes sense. So I don't know how useful it actually is in those like dire scenarios. It's useful during like normal scenarios, but not always. So that's what I would recommend as far as sleepers. The PPTPs, I recommended those or said that I wanted those on my baby registry video. I never used them, never, not once. And people said that, and they were right. I never used them once, so don't get those. We tried the Ergo Baby 360 baby carrier. I hated that thing. We could not figure out how to get it on. I hate these ones that have like 70 snaps and they're really hard to do. Just skip it, it's not worth it. There's another one that I'm interested in trying when he gets bigger because the Baby Bjorn only goes up to basically a year old, and if we want him to have it when he's older, then we need to get something different, but we like it for right now. Another thing I mentioned in my baby registry video was the Itsy Ritsy diaper bag. So I was gifted that, I returned it because it was really heavy. And a baby diaper bag is gonna be heavy just already because you put a lot of stuff in it, but if it starts off heavy, that's just like a nightmare, and it was very heavy. It's very cute, but it's very heavy. So I don't recommend getting something like that. I traded for something that's a little bit less attractive, but that's a lot lighter. Okay, last two things. The electric nose Frida. This did not work. I tried using it on my baby when he had a cold. It didn't suck anything out. The only thing that worked for us was using the bulbs that they have at the hospital, and that worked great, but using the electric nose Frida, it sounds nice, but it didn't work. And last but not least is washable breast pads. Okay, so here's the thing. If you leak a lot, you're gonna need breast pads. The washable breast pads show through your shirts. And I've used the Lancino ones that are disposable. Those don't show in the same way. So it really prevents you from wearing like anything that's remotely clingy, which is kind of frustrating. Using the Lancino disposable ones, I was actually able to wear clothing that was a little more clingy. And I'm so like annoyed at myself that I didn't try it earlier because it took me basically 4 months to order the Lancino ones. And now I can wear way more clothes. So even though I like the idea of using reusable breast pads, the fact is it really limits what you can wear, and you're already limited in what you can wear because you're nursing. So that is it for today's video. Those are my newborn must-haves and the things you definitely should not buy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, Mr. Man. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure to do so and hit that notification bell. If you haven't, headed over to my Substack newsletter where you'll get access to a ton of exclusive content, including my book club, my podcast, and weekly exclusive articles and discussion threads and our awesome community. Definitely check it out. It's classicallyabby.substack.com. If you'd like to follow me on social media, it's at classicallyabby, absolutely everywhere. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Bye.